Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Hello everyone, looking at the semiconductor space heading into next week, and NVDA, the bulls are still in full control. We did have a situation where the past 3 days before Friday, we saw the open at the high of the day and profit taking for the majority of that day. But then on Friday, we had the news of SoftBank come out, and you could really see how it caught market makers off guard, where in the first 5 minutes, because we're in blue sky breakout and there's a lack of resistance, we just ran up $4 to the upside. And that you can see the market makers quickly settling things down and pulling the price back. But the bulls are in full control now, or I shouldn't say now, they've been in full control for a long time. Our new base of support are all these little higher lows. So 135.71, 136.44. In terms of resistance, 145.28. We'll see if the bulls can make it up to that level on Monday, trying to get back towards that all-time high. And the weekly chart is still in breakout mode above the upper Bollinger Band. Need to update that at the start of next week. But there is no sign of a pullback here on NVDA. We did have our eyes on this gap fill at 133.29, but these lows where the pullback is stopped and the bulls start to buy the dip, we're not breaking to lower lows. We're still forming higher lows, and now we have our higher high to end the week. MU has also been benefiting from the sector strength, and we're seeing this very strong close at the high of the day, breaking this recent high of 29.41. Certainly bullish, and we're looking up at our recent high up at 29.87, and we're just 10 cents shy of that level. The upper Bollinger Band is resistance, rejecting the price the past 2 days, but that's going to continue ascending, and we are going to test this resistance level of 29.87 on Monday. Break that level, and we have to look to the weekly for the next resistance. We're still in this very strong uptrend, holding exponential support for pretty much the last 6-7 months. So we have to zoom out multiple years to find resistance from where we're at, which is always a good thing if you're a bull. And we can see that after the $30 level, that we're going to be looking up here at 29.66, which we are above, so that's a good sign. And now we're looking up at 31.50, 32.84. So the bulls are still keeping in control, really strong week, and looking for follow-through, riding on the coattails of NVDA, really. And AMD is the weakest in the sector by far. So look at the daily time frame with lower highs and lower lows. It is definitely nowhere near the strength of NVDA and MU. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a bull in the semiconductor sector. Just because something is cheaper, or perceived cheaper, doesn't mean that it's a good bullish play. Because of this downtrend, there's a lot more headwind for the bulls to try and recover. We have a very tight range the past 4 days, and you can see the past 4 days for both of these bulls, NVD and AMU, or I should say MU, are seeing a lot of strength, and that's not being translated here on AMD. So resistance is the middle Bollinger Band. We're going to test that level on Monday. Then we're looking at the high of the last bounce attempt of 11.62, and we have to break 12.77 to even think about starting to turn around this downtrend to favor the bulls, and that is a very significant move from where we currently stand. That's about 15% to the upside. Support is down here at 10.62, and the 200-day moving average after that is 10.17. Weekly time frame shows this weakness with a bounce attempt, a rejection from the weekly middle Bollinger Band, and then a bit of continuation to the downside. There is still potential that this is a bear flag on the weekly, but we would have to break 9.85 for that bear flag to be confirmed. So definite differences between the three of these names. If you are looking to short the sector, which I wouldn't be, but AMD would be your choice just because it is the weakest of these three. But those bulls, MU, and NVDA, certainly nice gains to the upside. We'll check back in shortly. Have a great weekend.